Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Electrical Design Engineering YouTube channel. This is the lecture number 13 of our free course DIgSILENT PowerFactory. In today's lecture, we are going to start a very important topic in power system studies, that is protection relays. In this lecture, we will discuss what is relay, basic workflow of relay, common types of protection relays with ANSI codes like 50, 51, 87, etc. How we can model it in the DIgSILENT PowerFactory. What is a relay? A relay is the sensing and decision-making device of a protection system. The relay continuously monitors different electrical quantities in the power system, such as current, voltage, frequency, power, impedance, and phase angle. Under abnormal conditions, these quantities change and relay senses these changes and initiates a control action such as sending a trip command or alarm command to isolate the faulty section. Now, one important point is here. We normally say that relay measures current or voltage, but technically the relay receives measurement signals from the devices such as CTs and VTs, that is current transformer and potential transformer. The relay processes these signals and then it compares these quantities with the predefined protection settings. Now, does the relay itself isolate the faulty section? The answer is no. The relay does not physically interrupt the fault current or isolate the faulty section. Instead, the relay sends a trip command to associate circuit breaker. The circuit breaker then opens its contactors and interrupts the current and isolates the faulty section from the healthy part of the power system. For example, in case of a short circuit, the current suddenly increases to a very high value. The relay detects this change and checks it against the predefined protection settings, which are already defined in the relay. The relay determines that the condition is abnormal and requires protection. It sends a trip signal to the circuit breaker to isolate the faulty section. Now we will see the basic workflow of the relay. Look at this diagram. The CT and PT provides corresponding measurement signals to the relay. This is the CT and PT, and it provides the measurement signals to the relay. The relay provides a current signal. The CT provides the current signal and the PT provides the voltage signal to the relay. The relay processes these measurement signals and compares their corresponding electrical quantities with its predefined protection settings. For example, suppose we are using a overcurrent relay. The relay receives the current signal from the CT and checks whether the current has exceeded the pickup setting. If the condition does not meet the protection criteria, that means if it does not exceed the pickup setting, the relay will simply continue monitoring the system. It will not initiate the trip signal or alarm signal. But if the condition satisfies the protection criteria, the relay makes a decision that the protection function needs to be operated. The relay sends an output command. Depending on the protection function and the protection scheme, this could be a trip command or a alarm command. For example, if it is a trip condition, the relay sends a trip signal to the associate circuit breaker. The circuit breaker then opens its contacts and interrupts the current, thereby isolating the faulty section from the healthy part of the power system. Okay, now we have understood what protection relays does. Let us move to the next important topic, ANSI device function numbers or codes. You have seen in any SLD, if you have seen any protection SLD, you have seen numbers like 50, 51, 50N, 51N, 87. At first, these numbers may look a little bit confusing. You may think, what does 50 mean? What does 51 mean? These numbers are used to identify the type of protection: overcurrent protection, earth fault protection, differential protection, etc. These function numbers are defined in IEEE standard C37.2. For example, 50 represents instantaneous overcurrent protection. I have seen here that overcurrent protection, instantaneous overcurrent protection is 50, and definite time overcurrent protection, there is a time delay between the when the current exceeds and the start of the action, there is a time delay given, that is 51. And similarly, earth fault protection, there is an instantaneous earth fault protection, that is 50N, and definite time delay, that is 51N. And differential protection, that is 87, and distance protection has the ANSI code of 21, and over voltage protection has 59. These are their functions, what they do. Suppose it gets overcurrent protection when it detects excessive current, and detects fault currents, and detects internal faults in the equipment. That is the differential protection. This is the equipment protection protection level. Protection transmission line is using impedance measurement. This is the distance protection. In this, the measurement impedance is measured. And 59, that is the detects excessive voltage, that is 59. In the next lecture, we will see in the next lecture we will can model it in a DIgSILENT PowerFactory. We can model the relay in the DIgSILENT PowerFactory. So in the next lecture we can go for this lecture for this modeling the relay in the DIgSILENT PowerFactory. If we take at this time, it will be a very lengthy lecture, and I know most of the people are not staying much on the YouTube on these educational videos. They are sicky picking. Okay, that is I am keeping my lectures very short.